If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again, and welcome to episode number 184 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. Today's one-off live com game is the Europa League final against Athletic Bilbao. We're playing at the Parc des Princes in France, so it's going to be an away game for both of us. Technically, it's not as if we're playing in England or they're playing in Spain. So neutral country as well as neutral ground. I'm hoping for a decent game. We're starting this lineup because my main first team players, as you can see, aren't all fully fit, or even some of them are quite a way off being fully fit. And obviously in 3 days' time, after this Europa League final, we have the showdown with Arsenal in the Barclays Premier League for Champions League football. So I want to win the game against Arsenal more than I want to win this game against Bilbao. However, the side that we're putting out here should be strong enough to give Bilbao a good run for their money, and I'm hoping for a decent result. So we'll jump in, we'll hopefully get ourselves a victory. Obviously, it would be nice to win the Europa League if we possibly can before we make the jump up to the Champions League. We got to the semi-finals last year and unfortunately lost to Liverpool. But I think someone's mentioned in the comments, and I think they're right actually, we haven't won an actual trophy despite making it all the way from League 2 into the Premier League and now into Europe. We haven't won anything since Season 1. We won League 2 and we won the the Johnson's Paint Trophy. The Johnson's Paint Trophy may have been Season 2, I can't quite remember. But we then finished second in League 1 and second in the Championship, and obviously subsequently 10th, 5th and 7th in the Barclays Premier League. So the only things that we've won, the only cups we've won is League 2 and the Johnson's Paint Trophy. So to add a European title to that rather small trophy cabinet, despite the incredible progression of the club and the side throughout the years, it would be nice to add another trophy to it. They're starting a 4-3-3 with a cam. Ibai Gomez sat behind the striker. It's a very good side for Athletic Bilbao. They are a good team, as we saw in the Football Manager series. I would say recently, when we started the save that is currently ongoing with Everton, we started unemployed, then went to Bilbao and actually had a decent time there before we ended up at Everton. So we know what to expect from Bilbao. The question is, can we stop it from happening? They do have good pace out wide and good strength in the middle with Ander Iturraspe, who's a very, very good player. So it's going to be a difficult game. It would be a difficult game with my strongest 11, but it's going to be an even more difficult game with the side that we're putting out. I will try and not just waffle on for the entirety of the game like I sometimes do with these live comms. I'll just try and cut highlights, extended highlights, obviously, like the My Player series. But actually, I could dance around Oscar De Marcos here. He is very fast. They're playing him at right back rather than perhaps slightly further forward, which is where he can play. He can play at right back or in centre mid, or out on the right-hand side of midfield. Ives is left-footed though, so I'm going to try and lose the defender there, but unfortunately my teammate has run into me. I'll drill this across though, and oh, what a block by Altaneche. Chance then, at the beginning of the game, tried to drill that across the floor to the back post. In the end, it ended up being off the floor, but still got the shot in, but it was extremely well blocked by the left-back, Altaneche, and now they're coming forward here with Guillermo, who's a decent striker, man free at the back post for them, and Susaeta hits the side netting. Well, that was an entertaining start to the game. Chances at both ends inside the opening 6 minutes. This is probably going to be quite an end-to-end game, judging by these opening few exchanges. I see Adarabioyo in quite a bit of space over there, so we'll ping it out to him. Bellerin should make the run outside me, at least I'll ask him to, and we'll slot it through to him. I'm going to dink this for, well, it was meant for Kwesi Appiah, but Callum Wilson can't quite get it under control. If that had actually just been dinked into the path of Kwesi, we might have had a chance there, but Aguidar's touch lets him down as well. Andres Aguidar hasn't really been as influential for us this season as he was in the first 3 seasons in the Barclays Premier League. I think he joined us on our first season in the BPL. He may have been here since the Championship year, I can't quite remember. He has grown quite nicely throughout his time at the club, as have all of the players really that we've brought in as free agents or as transfers. We haven't really signed
one player that has been a complete dud when it comes to growth. We've had some players like Tinkins Chikoe that grew initially and then stopped growing, but he at least did reach like 79 rated, and we were able to sell him on for a decent amount of money. Adarabioyo is very quick, and his touch is good as well, actually. I know I've mentioned this in a couple of episodes to this point, but he's very underrated, Adarabioyo. I don't give him the credit that he deserves, because he is an extremely good player for us. He's actually 79 rated now as well. When I obviously next do a squad report, whether it be, well, it'll probably be at the end of the season rather than next Monday, because the end of the season roundup will probably come on Saturday, with this video being obviously Wednesday, and then the final game of the season against Arsenal being on Friday. That will come as a live com as well, obviously, with what's at stake. But on Saturday's episode, when we have a look back at the season and we do the final squad report of the year, make sure that you check out Adarabioyo's stats, because he's got 3 or 4 stats that are in the 90s, including his short passing. So I really should play him more often than I do. But obviously with Sadio Mane and the players like Johannes Geis and Julian von Hark in my central midfield roles, I found it hard to filter him into my starting lineup more often than I have. He can play at centre mid or out wide on the right hand side, which is obviously where we're using him today. And he is quite fast as well. In fact, he's very fast. But I'm going to try and turn here with Kwesi, although his feet just aren't quite as quick in comparison to the defenders as they were back in the League 2 days. I'm trying to find the right pass. I might just try and squeeze that through there. Kwesi can get there. He can. Kwesi Appiah scores the goal to make Cambridge United go in front after 24 minutes away from, well, I guess away from home, at the Parc des Princes in the Europa League final. I'm not too sure. The defender just didn't seem to react. He almost turned back on himself. That's a very good finish from Kwesi. An extremely good finish on his left foot. Keeper went to the left and he went to the right of him, Kwesi. Really good finish. Put his foot straight through it into the top left corner. Cambridge United 1, Athletic Bilbao 0. They've got Kevin Trapp in goal. I didn't even realise that it was Kevin Trapp. I was expecting it to be Irazoth. But they're going to get a free kick. There they are. Kevin Trapp in between the sticks. I genuinely didn't notice that in their opening lineup. I was too busy paying attention to their front line, where they've got Eric Moran and Guillermo, who has just equalised for Bilbao. What a header that was. Brilliant, brilliant header. That's twice now. The first chance they had, and now this goal attempt that they've had a man free at the back post to dink the ball over to. That's clearly their tactic. Sucker punch, or suck the defence one way and then do the sucker punch the other side. It's a lovely header though, a brilliant header down off the bar. Look at the technique there as well, and getting it up over the keeper to then dip underneath the bar at the last minute. That's an astonishing goal. Athletic Bilbao 1, Cambridge United 1. We were not in front for long. Here's Oscar de Marcos down the right hand side, the right back pushing a long way forward, which will split their defence now. That's a lovely through ball there to Eric Moran. He's hit the post. We need to get this away, please. Wowzers. Very close to actually going behind there 5 minutes before half time. But their midfielder there was that Iturraspe, should be picking up a yellow card for that tackle, because it wasn't the best of time challenges, and he is indeed going to get himself booked, the Spaniard. He is an extremely good player, Ander Iturraspe, and in real life I'm surprised he's been at Bilbao for so long and no one else has tried to snap him up. But we will hope that we can perhaps prey on that yellow card now. One of their 3 midfielders being on a booking means they won't be able to be quite so ruthless in the middle of the park. I'm trying to play this across to Callum Wilson, get the turn in. Has managed to get it to Alvaro Verdillo, although that might still drop free. Wow, ball pinging about on the edge of the box. I just couldn't quite find the right pass at the right time. We'll try and get this through here to Ivaz. And then I see the ball through there, around the corner, into, was that Kwesi again? Callum Wilson actually with the shot. Good save down low by Kevin Trapp. I wasn't even sure I was going to get the shot off on target there without it being blocked. But Ivaz will take the corner. That's a good corner. Callum Wilson goes up. It's dropped to Paul Downing of all people. The centre-back couldn't quite bring it down in time though. We have to challenge Guillermo here. He's on his own, Guillermo, up against 3 or 4 defenders. Support is coming, but Thierry Walonga has come across and made sure that we're not going to be threatened before the end of this half, although that was a very solid tackle, and Ike Munain is coming away with it. Wendell's trying to close him down. Don't want him to get the ball through that gap. We have managed to cut it out. Then Munain has a follow-up shot, but it's well saved by Hutchinson. And that will probably be the end of the first half, and is, just as I was about to play a lovely lob through ball to Kwesi Appiah running through in behind. But 1-1 at the break here in the Europa League final. Very good game so far. No idea which way this is going to go. We've had a couple of chances. They've had a couple of chances, and we've got a goal apiece. I don't know who's going to win this. I really don't at half-time. Let me know in the comment section right now at half-time how you think the game's going to go. Put in the comments like half-time prediction and then your scoreline. And then obviously we'll see how correct you are when it gets to the end of the game. So Oscar De Marcos coming down the right-hand side of their line. Might leave them a little bit weak at the back. If Oscar De Marcos continues to push forward like that out of the right back position, Susayeta, I'll try and work this back across. He is now back in position, Oscar De Marcos, but if I can work this back to Alvaro Vidillo, try and get away, or try and turn inside him as well. That's gone very well. We'll try Ronaldo chop there. I just needed a midfielder on the edge of the box there to just be in kind of a Frank Lampard position, ready to arrive at the last minute to power that into the back of the net. Callum Wilson's dribbling isn't the best. Oh, no, where do I go? Where do I go here? That's the thing. There's a space there for Ivaz. Get it onto his left foot. Oh, trying to just dance around the defender, but his dribbling wasn't quite good enough to keep it away from the plethora of defenders that were around him. 3 or 4 guys surrounding him there. They're taking off Eric Moran. Who are they bringing on? Benyat. They're bringing on Benyat. Obviously another very good midfielder. They've got such a good squad at Bilbao. Well, Vidillo does have good pace though. We'll try and fire this in to Kwesi Appiah. Can he get the turn? And he can. Can Kwesi score a second goal as well? What a save down low by Kevin Trapp to keep us out. Chance to make it 2-1 10 minutes into the second half. But unfortunately, Kwesi has been denied a second goal in this Europa League final by another stunning save by Kevin Trapp. Bellerin coming down the right hand side. There's a man free at the back post. Oh, but that might go in on itself. I'll try and head this back across, but I've not been able to get there. I thought that cross, actually, from Bellerin may even have troubled the goalkeeper at the back post, but the angle wasn't quite right for it, and unfortunately we weren't able to capitalise either. But we've won it back with Wendell, squeeze it through that gap, and then get it... Oh, I tried to get it around the corner. That should be a foul ref for a push in there. I was going to try and get it down the line towards Vidillo. But now here come Bilbao. I'll try and track that run of Guillermo, but I don't want to let your man down this right-hand side, Markel Susayeta, get too far away from me. Bellerin, well, they've gone all the way back. That's actually let us off there because Bellerin wasn't in the best of positions. But they're going to try and look down the line again. Altaneche into Susayeta, to Altaneche again, to Susayeta again, to Altaneche, and Susayeta was offside. So finally, that highlight comes to a close. Half an hour still to go, and it's 1-1. That's a lovely ball by Benyat into Guillermo. Wendell's there trying to slow him down, although he's completely done me. Paul Downing up against Guillermo here. They've got a couple of men in the box. Just want to stop the cross coming in if I can. Oscar De Marcos here. He's got a good turn on me. Laid it to the edge of the box to Susayeta. Here's Iturraspe on the edge of the box. Is he going to pass it? Is he going to shoot? He goes for this shot. Defenders need to react. Good save down low by Hutchinson. We're going to try and come away with it. No, I've not been able to find Callum Wilson. Iturraspe though. Oh, Callum Wilson just wouldn't quite lock onto the ball for me there to try and steal it off him. Munain into Ibai Gomez. Out to Benyat. It's a good turn. Don't let Benyat have a shot from distance. Deflected. Can we keep that in and stop him from getting a corner? We can't. Adarabioyo, rather than trying to head it clear, tried to take our first touch for some reason. They brought on Barco for Guillermo, so their goal scorer has now left the field of play. That's a good cross as well, but the keeper's got it covered, knocking down one of their players to the ground in the process. I'm going to look for your man over here. If he can get there, Kwesi, and bring it down, which he has been able to do thanks to a mistake from Altaneche. Kwesi Appiah on the runs. Luke Moore's closing me down. Callum Wilson's been taken out. Kwesi Appiah with a shot, and he's found the back of the net as well. In front of the Cambridge United fans at this end of the ground, Kwesi has a brace in the Europa League final. I was saying 2, 3, 4 episodes ago that perhaps I was thinking about moving Kwesi on. I think it is going to be Callum Wilson that leaves us, and Kwesi we're going to let retire at the club. He single-handedly led us to the League 2 title, and he appears to single-handedly be leading us to the Europa League Cup final win as well. Fantastic finish, curling inside the post of the shot with the right foot. It's Kwesi 2, Cambridge United 2, Atletico Bilbao 1. Alvaro Vidillo. They've switched to ultra attacking, and I've switched to ultra defensive. I see the ball on there. If Kwesi can get in, then we can actually maybe give it back to Ivaz. Okay, or not. Go to Callum Wilson. And then Ivaz can... No. Here's Marco Barco. I've switched to ultra defensive and to counter attack, and they've clearly switched to at least ultra attacking, if not all out attack, to try and get themselves back in this. 10 minutes to go in this European or Europa League final, European Cup final of sorts. Iturraspe tries to dink it over. Walongwa gets there. Now, yes, Aguadar wins it. Now, can we catch them on the counter? They have still got 2 men back, so they must not be on all-out attack. They might be on ultra attack. I'll try and slot this ahead, though. Well, it wasn't meant for Adarabiyoyo, but he's found it here. I see the man on the edge of the box. We'll put it back. Kwesi, surely not a hat-trick. No, Benyat wins the tackle. Might be able to get him in himself an assist, though. Kwesi, though, in space. Kwesi Appiah for the hat-trick in a European Cup final. More with the... We've got a penalty. We've got a penalty. What for? Did Benyat catch Kwesi Appiah as he was having his shot there? It was a very good block by Luke Moore. We'll wait for a replay. Kwesi Appiah, I'm going to let him take the penalty as well. He has the shot. Benyat tries to block it and he just catches him after he's had the shot. I'm not sure that's a penno, but they're going to make a change and bring on Oscar Gill for Ander Iturraspe. I'm going to let Kwesi take it to get a hat-trick, if he can, put it away in the Europa League final, but with 3 minutes to go, it's 2-1 with a chance to make it 3. Where are you, Kwesi? Can you get yourself a hat-trick in a Europa League final? Mental scenes. The guy that was with us all the way from League 2. Can he score in a Europa League final? He can. Or can he get a hat-trick in the Europa League final? He can. Oh, mate, can you even believe that Kwesi Appiah has scored a hat-trick in a Europa League final after being League 2 top scorer 7 years previous? Unbelievable scenes. Almost straight at the camera, the penalty as well. Kwesi Appiah scores a hat-trick in the Parc des Princes in France to win Cambridge United the Europa League trophy. I cannot believe this is happening. Season 2020-2021, I believe this is. I think this is May 2021. And I can't even believe we may even score a 4th if Callum Wilson can steal it away. I'm going to try and play Kwesi in. Surely Kwesi can't score 4. Surely Kwesi can't score 4. No, he can't. Lol. That's the sort of finishing we've been having from Kwesi up until this point this season. He scored a hat-trick, couldn't get a 4th on his left foot, just cut across it slightly and it went wide. But 10 shots to their 6. They've had chances, Bilbao. You can't deny them the fact that they haven't had chances and say that, you know, they just didn't turn up. They've had opportunities. We've just been able to stifle them or had a little bit of luck with the odd block or good save. But it's a nice little 1-2. Completely done with there. Altoneche dinks it over. There's a man arriving, but Hutchinson's there with a good save. His starting place, he's under threat now, obviously, as well, considering we're getting in a new keeper on pre-contract at the end of this year. There's a big gap over there for Alvaro Vadillo. Will eventually get it to him, thanks to Callum Wilson. Vadillo's going to turn his side, then go back out. Benyat is with him. He's obviously not the fastest. Navarro Vadillo is going to cut inside. Do I lay it back? Benyat's been able to recover, unfortunately. Win this header, please, Tiavi. Good lad. That's a very strong and a very important header. Here's Kwesi. There's Callum Wilson through the gap. Callum Wilson to make it 4. No, good save down low by Kevin Trapp. I can't believe that this rotation side has been so competitive here. And, go on Adarabiyoyo, overhead kick attempt with the last kick of the game means that it goes wide, but we do get the 3-1 win. A Kwesi Appiah hat-trick. Oh, mate, I'm so happy. I'm so happy with that. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, boys. I think a Kwesi hat-trick, the cult hero of this entire series. He left the club 2 or 3 seasons ago. We brought him back, and that is the best thing that has happened to him in his career, and it's the best thing that's happened to us in our managerial career here at Cambridge United. With 1 game to go in the Barclays Premier League, we've won the Europa League final, and with a win in the final game against Arsenal on Friday, we can guarantee ourselves Champions League football for next season as well. It's going to be Paul Downing that lifts the trophy. He's been with us since the 2nd season as well. He came in as a pre-contract at the end of season 1. Kwesi Appiah scores the goals and Paul Downing lifts the trophy. You couldn't have scripted it. You really couldn't have. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Paul Downing is going to lift the trophy here in front of actually what looks to be quite a lot of Athletic Bilbao fans, with a small amount of Cambridge United fans away in that corner. They do not care. We do not care. Cambridge United, Europa League champions 2020-2021. There's a lot of 20s in there. Oh, boys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to have the final league game of the season against Arsenal on Friday, which is going to be just as breathtaking and hopefully just as successful as well. Thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate all the support on this series all the way throughout. Hopefully this isn't going to be the peak of our Cambridge United career. Hopefully we'll have Champions League next football and go for another even bigger European crown. But for now, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.